Okay, so the first thing we look at is we put this on the back of his thumb and go once, twice, and a half. Right? And that brings me to right there, right? Right where the tip of my finger is. Okay? I'm going to mark that. See the mark? Okay. Arm, please. Sleeve, please. How many times around the thumb was that? Once, twice, and half. 2.5 times. You don't have to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just relax. Okay. Now, put it on the top. Go around, and where's the black mark? Where is it? See the end of the string? And the end of the black mark? So what does that mean? 2.5 times around the thumb is? 1 time around the wrist. Wrist. Yeah, that's right. Okay, but wait! Oh, I forgot to do this. Once, twice, and a half. I'm not going to mark it this time, but is once around the neck. Approximately. Good? Okay, but that's not all. That's not all. Use a good, nice big ruler. Ah! This ruler will do well to measure your head. No, just kidding. Small head, right? No. We'll use this ruler. Okay, so looking forward, measuring from the top of the head, not the top of the hair, the top of the head, to the chin, the bottom of the chin. In this case, we have about 23 centimeters. Okay? Good? Sorry. 23 centimeters. Lovely little model, isn't it? No. Okay, so from the wrist to the elbow is approximately, not including the joint, not including the actual joint, but right to the elbow, 23 centimeters. Same from the joint to the elbow, 23 centimeters. Approximately 1 head height. Good? Okay, you got to remember that. Now, from this is the clavicle, right? And this little bit right here where the vent is, that's called the trachea. Okay? If you can't breathe, that's where they punch the hole with the pen. Yeah? Cut an X and right? It's called a tracheotomy. So from that place to, not to the joint, no, to the outside of the flesh is approximately 23 centimeters. Okay? 1 head height. If the head is larger, this space is larger. Head is smaller, this space is narrower. Okay? Sorry about that, but wait, there's more. Okay, so now we're measuring from the chin down, 23, sorry. Just joking. Okay, 23. Now, if we look, this 23, can you raise your shirt there? Okay, is at his belly. Hi, question.
Okay, this time I'm looking for Gabriel Berlet.
Is that it? Just him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, if we measure from the shoulders down, 1, 23, and then again, 23, where's our 23? There we go. It comes right down to the waist. From the shoulders to the waist. 2 head heights. Look forward. A little bit for the neck. That's usually about a quarter of a head height. Okay? So in this case, that would be about 6 centimeters right here, from the top to here. It's longer going down to here, about 6. So then we've got 2 to there, right? Then we go down another 23 to there. Alright, now relax your arms. Okay, notice that the hands don't come to the hips, they go past the hips, otherwise you can't reach into your pockets. Okay, so that's 3 head heights, and this groin box is 1 head height approximately. Okay, and down, bend your knee a little bit, bend your knee, there we go. Now look, knee is at 23, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 centimeters, a quarter, and 1. So that's 5 1/4 down to the top of the knee. Another one down here, 23, and one more from the floor up, and there's an extra centimeter there, sorry. 23 to the top of the foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another bit. Yeah, 6 1/4. And sometimes you get 7. Right? Usually it's 6. And there's a little bit for the feet, a little bit for the neck. Okay? 1 head height to the elbow, 1 head height to the wrist. Right? 1 head height from the trachea to the outside of the flesh. Now that you know that, that's straight on. If we turn the body, this is going to shorten and this is going to lengthen. Right? Shorten, because you're measuring from here to here, and this is going to be longer. Right? It's going your way. Good? Thank you, sir. So, knowing that, we can now draw this woman. What? We can? Yes. First we start by finding the head. And in this case, her head is in this kind of a shape. Kind of almost like a jelly bean. So let me draw it over here. Okay? Now, how many of you have seen a painter with his paintbrush or something doing this? How many of you have seen that? You have? When you watch the painter painting, or the drawer artist go like this? Right? Okay, they're not like this. Some do it with their thumb, but they're not like this. They have it full length because this never changes, right? So they can get a measurement and they look at how far it is here to here or here to there, and then they can make a measurement on their painting, which is just this much. Her head height is this much, right? Then make a mark. Eyes, right? Face. Okay, when it's closer. So, okay? So this is what they're doing. They're actually measuring. And that's what you do here. So, now that we know about her head, we start at the spine, and then we forget there's a spine. Spine is the bone. We forget about it. And we look at the shape of the body. So we just go down like that, right? Now we've got a leg going up and coming back down, and then we've got an arm from here to the elbow, out, and from elbow, up, and out. You see that? Okay, we're not worried about where yet. Right? Shoulder to shoulder, there we go, it's there somewhere. Now, once we have that, all we have to do is measure the head height, but we don't have to use a measuring tool. We don't have to use one of these. All we have to do is measure it like this. I measure, head height. There we go. That's a head height. So I draw a line first at the bottom of the chin. In this case, it's even with the line in the window. Then I follow the line that I drew on her body. There's 1 head height. There's 2 head heights. There's 3 head heights. Good, right? Continue that right off the page. There we go. 4 head heights. 5 head heights. Good. Great. Now draw those to either side. Follow that line. Don't just go straight down. Follow the line of the body. Because as that body turns this way, it gets shorter, right? Or curves, it'll get shorter. And then here. Okay. Now I've got the stuff I need to use to draw her. That goes away, I get out my pencil. Spine starts here, and that's my first line. I'm not worried about it. Go ahead. Only have a few minutes, so go ahead, I'll get you started on this. Yeah.
Jay, no, Jay. Can you throw me a pencil?
Pencil?
Yeah. Thank you.
Need an eraser?
Yep.
You. Ooh, nice catch. Not. Okay. If this isn't out far enough for you, you want it out further, then make another line and bring it out further. If it's not what you wanted the first time, you can always adjust it. Okay? Good? Okay, now I'm going to measure my head from here to there. Remember, I didn't measure from the top of the hair, I measured from the top of the head to the bottom of the chin. So this is my measurement for my head height, my new measurement, right? So the first time I measured on this page, and that's for this page. But my new drawing, I have to measure from my new head, right? Now I can draw my line first at the chin, right? That gives me a start spot. That gives me my lovely neck space. I don't have to measure it. Yay! Because it's already there. Right? Now I can measure from that line down, which puts it there, 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 and there. Okay? Good so far? Now if I go straight across from those lines, this will help me to estimate all of my baselines for drawing. Now if you look, you can now count. 1, 2, 3, and it starts to curve back in. Yeah, 3 is curved back. 1, 2, 3. This is that point in her hip. Now I need to come back up and out, right? But how far? Do I come up to here, or do I come up to over here? Right? We don't know. Look at it and guess, because you know straight down from the head is this far. Oh, it's just a little bit further. So, if you had a straight down mark from the head, that's this far. Just a little bit further. Okay, there we go. Right? This size and a little bit more. That gives me my top of the leg. The other one comes down and crosses that line like that. See? now we have our shoulder, which is pretty much a straight line from here, and it comes down to this line, and it's just a little bit shy of the knee, so probably to there. See, the knee is a little bit further out. And then it continues on a little bit more of an angle, like that. So maybe adjust it to be a little bit more of a bend. There we go. The second one starts about halfway down, and it'll come out and down. It crosses that side, comes down about halfway in this one, and then it turns across. Right? You guys got that? See? Starts about halfway between this one and this one, and then it comes down, and then it's about halfway between this one and this one, and then it turns across. Down, across. Okay? Now you're drawing stickmen, right? You know stickmen. You've drawn it's not the bones, but you've drawn stickmen before, right? Right? Everybody's drawn this little guy. Yeah. Right? Everybody. Well, that's basically what you've done here so far. But now, you can use the lines that you've already done to enhance your drawing. Okay? So you look at this and you see how far away from this line is that second line on her back. How far? Is it a long way? Is it a short way? Where does her shoulder come? I think her shoulder is there. And then it comes out a little bit further than the line, down to there. And then it comes down across her back, and all the way down to there. And then you get her hips and buttocks coming around that. I think that comes down about there. There we go. Now you look at this one and you do the same. Where does it start and stop? In this case, we've got this one coming up and around, and this one coming up and across. And you start just working it. Now, use broken line and scumble and go fast. The faster you go, the more accurate you will be. Okay? Because you're not trying to be perfect, it'll look much better. Pretty much almost straight right down, and then we can use that, and we can get our line for her arm, which has the bulge there, and then we have a cross. Just past them. So this way you're not drawing the body by itself, you're actually drawing the clothes along with the body. So where you see a dark area, you make a dark line. Where you don't see a dark area, you don't make a dark line. You make a light line or no line. And you soon get a nice drawing of the leg. All in darkness here. And then we start getting in her a nice rib cage there, which is a model's rib cage. Only those girls are that thin. You see how the body is coming into shape very quickly? You're just guessing how far is it away from that space? How far is it away from this space? And then very quickly you can get really nice drawings without having to do lots of detail or be focused on the detail. You can fix the detail later. Okay? And you can start erasing lines as you don't need them. And if you think artists don't use this, you're wrong. Some artists don't need to put it on the paper, but they're using it in their heads. They don't need to put it on their paper because they've done it so many frickin' times. You see? Starting to look like her, right? Yeah. The more you work on it, the more it will look like her. Use your shading and shadow and your scumble, and you will get it. And the proportions will be correct because you based it on the head. Now remember, she hasn't got any hair, so the head will look smaller to begin with. Once you put on the hair, the head will take on more volume and look more appropriate, right? But you have to measure it from the head. That's it, guys. I hope you had a good time in the art class, and I hope you actually learned something. So we'll see you guys maybe next week, maybe next year, who knows? Yeah. Stay in touch. Have a good life. Oh, forgot. I almost forgot. Camilla.